My first introduction, I guess, was to Dickens back in the 80s. I know my parents were involved somewhat, and so I remember me and my 4 other brothers dressing up, you know, to participate in Dickens on the Strand. That's back when it used to get cold for Dickens. I can't remember the last time it was cold for Dickens, but yeah, that was probably my first introduction to it. So my ties to Galveston are, obviously I grew up in Galveston. My parents still live down here. I work down here. My wife's family is still down here. And that's pretty much my ties. I know my dad moved us here from, well, I was born in Texas, but we moved away for a little bit, and then we moved back in here in the really early 70s. When the first part of the pandemic hit, you know, obviously we went into a crisis mode, but I would say that, you know, it was fascinating seeing the management group from Dwayne down, how y'all came together pretty quickly on making decisions to help us steer us through these troubling times. And I know most of y'all were here during Ike, so y'all have a lot of experience with dealing with situations like this. Although this was not a hurricane, I think you could still relate what your experience from hurricanes is with this. So it's been very, very interesting to watch and play out. And I commend all of y'all so far for what y'all have done to help us through these times. Well, challenge-wise, I hope that our membership grows and continues to support us as, you know, as we figure out this new normal of, you know, what sites can we keep open, who can visit and whatnot. And I hope that I'm involved in the plan that makes it more successful than it has been and continues. And I know this year is our 150th anniversary, so I look forward to seeing how it plays out. I mean, you don't make it 150 years without being able to survive things. Well, I guess my first invite to go sailing on the Alyssa, it was just such an enjoyable time. I mean, I've done it so many times since then. Every time I've been fortunate enough to be asked to sail on her. So I've always had a good experience with that. In Bishop's Palace, it's just such a historic home, and especially seeing some of the remodeling and upkeep that's happening, just bringing her back to her glory days, and it's just very, very interesting to watch. To keep supporting us, we're going to get through this, and you know, as we come up with new ways to present the properties that we have at GHF for viewership and whatnot, just stick with us, be patient. We're going to get through this.